right, folks. It is 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. European Time. And so begins another episode of the Midnight Run UK, where you can go and ask me anything. Honestly, I was going to possibly cancel the live stream today. One of my really good friends passed away. I've known her for over 30 years, since middle school. So, yeah. It's kind of amazing, folks. I've done drugs, steroids, ate a bunch of red meat, and all sorts of crazy stuff. And, I'm still around. And this person, very clean eating, everything. She did everything right. Still gone. I'm definitely going to miss her a bunch, that's for sure. But that's just you know, that's one person who needed to be here still. So, uh, yeah, really hits home. I mean, when you think about it, we're just, when things like that happen, everything races through your mind as far as to everything that you take for granted. Us joking in sixth grade, me throwing spitballs, her yakking on me for carrying a briefcase in high school. Folks, I carried a brief. When I was in high school, I didn't carry a backpack. I carried an actual briefcase and stuff. No, there's not going to be a moment of silence or anything. Knowing her, she wouldn't want that kind of stuff anyway. Uh, but these, just all sorts of memories and stuff, conversations and everything, they just all fly past. Our reunion and stuff, the last time I spoke with her, all of that just races through your head and everything. And, you know, and it's like I said before, and this is why I tell people like my cousin not to make fun of people passing away because, once someone goes, she's same age as I am. Just imagine how much stuff is accumulated within 46 years of your life. And now, and then you got to go and pack away all the stuff, make arrangements, pieces of clothing. I mean, every single piece of clothing, scrap or anything, it's like you're picking up picking up memories and stuff, and you got to pack them away to never be seen again. But yeah, that's what I always tell people about the strange reality of life. You don't know where you're going, when you go, and it doesn't matter for the most part what you do. Because believe me. I mean, she was literally pious. I'm talking real clean living there. I mean, seriously, Ned Flanders living type. Seriously. But I'm gonna really miss her. But other than that, folks, I'm gonna still continue the show. The show must go on, folks. And yes, I did see Sam Sulik's video from Greg Doucette. I mean, but the truth of the matter is, it seems as though everyone has a hard on for Sam Sulik. They're just trying to take advantage of his traffic. I'm not going to discuss that, but it was too much, but it was cancer. But no moment of silence, folks. No. But I'm not gonna, nor am I gonna call out the name. I don't want any possibility of any trolls up there going and messing with their accounts or anything like that. But these things, folks. Really. uh, yeah, everybody reports on Sam. I mean, everybody. I mean, that's just the way. I mean, that's the way social media is sometimes, especially in the fitness industry. You got someone like Sam who's on fire as far as media is concerned. Everybody wants to, warm up to that fire. It's like a big, Sam Sulek's like a big giant bonfire, and everyone wants to be around to stay warm or just throw more chairs into the bonfire itself. I don't give a fuck about McCluck. He can do whatever he wants to do. Oh, my cousin is human, KCB. He just has buried his humanity deep in the annals of something. But you know what? The way to deal with things sometimes like that, scotch. Sam Sulek is pretty big, and I mean, I think he's at like 250, and he's looking a whole lot better. He needs to work on his posing. I think if he works on his posing, he's gonna be devastating. He's gonna go places, folks. He really is, no doubt. Oh, Richard does love animals. I think they're sort of like, I mean, he doesn't have so much as animals, he has support animals. Sort of like that guy who tried to bring his support crop alligator into the into the stadium. Freaking nutcase. 232 is still pretty big, being because he has really low body fat right now. So 232 is pretty awesome for his size and for his age as well. And I'm going to be honest with you, he's only going to get bigger. He's not going to get smaller. Hey, Tanner, you're about third or fourth person's done told me about it. Somebody send me a link to McCluck's Instagram through my Instagram. I'll check and see what it is because I'm not subscribed to him. I don't even know what his Instagram account is. Well, KCB, he just started. He's like 21 years old. He just started. He's not ready to turn pro, obviously. But for someone that's 21, he can definitely win a regional or a national. He can easily win a national qualifier. He can't win a national show. He can't win the NPC nationals or anything like that. But he can certainly win a national qualifier with his physique. Well, I mean, cats are also carnivores too, so I would suspect that I mean, whenever you're feeding it doesn't matter if you feed them a vegan diet with all the nutrients and everything like that. Cats and dogs are carnivorous animals, especially a cat. A cat is a carnivore. It's always going to be a carnivore, no matter if you go and feed it vegan food. You know. I mean, and it's kind of sad that you're trying to change the nature of a cat. A cat eats just because, and the thing about it is he's doing it for his own agenda for his own stuff there, not so much for the cat itself. Now, there is another piece of news I do need to let you guys know about. I am going to go get my passport pretty soon to head to Canada, but subsequently, I am actually considering living a few months out of the year in Mexico, actually. Got a couple friends down there that showed me a particular spot. You know, it's a two-bedroom for 25,000 in Los Herreros, excuse me. I mean, it's a place where a lot of expats live. It's a really nice place, folks, from what it looks like. There's a bodega there nearby. It's actually owned by Walmart. Uh, Good neighborhood, no cartel shit going on or anything like that. It's a place where a lot of expats live. So I'm definitely considering knocking down a spot there. So, but I got to get some more information. I got to contact old Cortez and see what the deal is on that place. But it would definitely save me a bunch of money living in Mexico as opposed to the U.S. because things are a lot less expensive down there. But we'll just see. Sam will get trimmed down. I mean, Fuad's gonna fix him up good. He won't let him get too blocky. Spanish is pretty. Spanish is not that hard to learn. I mean, if I've learned French, I can definitely learn Spanish. You know, Spanish ain't that hard. What's up, Ryan? Just 10 p.m. European time, midnight run UK. You know how we do it. Feel free to go and ask me anything. Good scotch. I'm gonna really need a bunch of this. Yeah, it's more or less a vacation home slash investment property. You see, Los Herreros is one of those places that's growing, and they're putting up a whole lot of new construction down there, and you can get some good deals. There's a 2 bedroom with an outdoor swimming pool. I mean, let me give you this here. There's a place in Los Herreros, brand new, got an outdoor swimming pool, TV outside, full lawn, 2 bedroom, fully furnished, everything. $350 a month. Power bill is like $15 every 2 months because it's solar powered. Did you guys hear what I just said? Electric bill is 15 freaking dollars every 2 months because the whole place is solar powered. $15 every 2 months, folks. You're paying $350 for rent. Even if you don't like Mexico, you can live down there for at least a year or two, get caught up on your bills, and then come back with some money in the bank. I'm just saying. And I would definitely have high speed internet, so I definitely wouldn't have the problems I have here. So a lot of parts in Mexico are expanding. I mean, don't go and listen to all these people here that go and say everyone's killing each other. I mean, look at Philadelphia. Look what happened there as far as rioting is concerned. Sometimes you got to get away from those people, and you know what people I'm talking about. Sometimes you got to get down from your porch, if you know what I mean. Because I'll tell you right now, I'm getting tired of the stuff going on. It's an embarrassment. It's a freaking embarrassment, folks. They got Aaron. This place has got freaking fiber. Like I said, it's a place where the expats live. So, these are former Americans and UK people. And a lot of times these people move down there, Aaron, is because Social Security don't pay anything. So it's better to live down in Mexico. I mean, $350 a month. Your power bill is like $15 every 2 months. Food is cheap down there, and stuff. Medical services is cheap. You're outside of the country and everything like that, but you can, you'll have I mean, if anything, you're gonna have a better quality of life, and better quality of health. And so what if you have to come back? If you need to go visit friends, hop on a plane, come back for about a month or so. Matt, I probably won't move to. I wouldn't want to move to Puerto Rico. For one, I don't have any people that I know in Puerto Rico. And not only that, even if I was gonna move there, I would wait a couple of years because of that whole hurricane thing. The place is pretty still bombed out, so yeah. The only issue with that spot in Los Herreros is it does have a tendency to flood, but they've already made provisions for that, so that's the only hook hang up with it. KCB, I doubt that Greg would want to debate Bravo. I would definitely would love to moderate that if that ever happens, but Greg's too hung up on himself. He really is. He would just use, if anything, he would just use it to his advantage to promote his product some more. Troll Zone, no, not really. I'm not subscribed to his channel. Yo, Frank, if you manage to make it down to Los Herreros, this is if I actually decide to get the place here. I mean, we're talking about 2 years off, folks, literally. But yeah, you can come down there and drink tequila or so forth. What am I going to debate Adam about anyway? I mean, seriously. He's just trying to get attention. I put McCluck in the same category as Cuban. You know, they're both in the same category. Vince's right hand under the table. What do you think? I'm jerking off or something? Here, I'll go rub my balls right now. The only reason why you know about it is because I'm telling you I'm rubbing my fucking balls right now. So, that's my right hand under my table. That feels so good. Alright. Smells alright, but anyway. There's your right hand under the table. What's up, Scat Man? Oh, Greg was going to make that video anyway. No, I mean, he did the same thing with Andrew Tate. He went and made a video saying Andrew Tate challenged him to a fight. Yeah, I guess it is cheesy, but hey, good mints. Ugh. But yeah, I'm not even sure what I'm going to do tonight, folks, after the show. I'm just so miserable right now, I'm going to probably be miserable for the rest of the week, to be honest with you. Probably even longer than that, I mean, this wasn't a casual friend. This is someone, you've known for like freaking 30 years, and stuff, Just sucks. Really does. Yeah, he is a narcissist. He's more than a narcissist. He's an opportunist. An opportunist would be the best way to describe Doucette. I mean, and he takes advantage of. I mean, the thing about what really pisses me off is that he takes these unnecessary. I mean, the type of stuff that he does is just unnecessary. It really is. No reason to go about things that way. It really isn't. Would I sleep with Andrew Tate? Hell no. Why would you suggest something like that, you sick freak? What's my favorite nature spot? Well, Well, downtown is there's actually a large park that I usually go to on Sundays and just sit out and watch the ducks quack quack and everything like that. It's quite peaceful, folks. I wouldn't smash any hobbit. I mean, just think about it. A hobbit lives in a freaking hole in the ground. I mean, it's like screwing a groundhog or something. No, KCB, it isn't the favorite spot. You crazy, man. It's like I missed a couple of questions. What's a skincare routine for all men and not just gay men? I mean, the biggest thing is a facial cleanser, and lotion, That's a general skincare routine. I use a mud mask because it makes my skin feel a lot better, and stuff. That and I'm like 46 years old. I got to keep things clean. I'm going to probably do one tonight too. I need to get some more mud masks, but I'm not going to get it from the same store because now I actually sell it so I can get my own shit, Just keeping the real and telling it to you like it is. And I'm going to get some more of that barbecue sauce I had accidentally sent. That stuff is actually pretty good. That's good bodybuilding stuff too. I see why that person bought a whole bunch of bottles. I got one bottle left. I'm gonna try to marinate it in some beef. I've been marinating in chicken. It's freaking awesome. I mean, it makes the meat juicy and everything. Good old European barbecue. That's what I came to find out. It's a European barbecue. But you don't really need a skincare routine. Just clean your face. If you're out in really hot sun, wear a hat. You know. These are just basic things you should do. I got Scatman wanting me to know what for. Ain't smashing no goddamn hobbits. Despite where you heard that there, Troll Zone, it really isn't. Not only that, it's kind of disgusting too. You have to remember you're smothering your babies around all over your face. Yes, well, I don't wear sunscreen, Pugman, because I'm still a Negro. I just generally wear a hat. But anyone that's fair skinned definitely needs to use sunscreen. Now, I will say this, Pugman, when I was down in Phoenix, I definitely used sunscreen because the place was just so hot that, even for a black person like myself, I could have gotten sunburned too, even with the hat. So, but the weather here in South Carolina is to the point to where I don't need sunscreen, but I'm still going to wear my hat, as you guys have seen my hat. And people ask, why do I wear this funny hat for? Because of this South Carolina weather. But yeah, Pugman, you're right. Anyone that's fair skinned should definitely be using sunscreen anytime they go out in the sun. Non negotiable. Hope you're doing well, by the way. But I was just telling everyone, Pug Man, how my good friend that we've known each other for over 30 years since middle school and everything like that passed away today. So I'm sort of kind of miserable, but I'm gonna still make sure I do the show for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, but yeah, it's gonna be tough getting through the rest of the week. That's for sure. Maybe the whole gang can get back together again for it, and stuff. Who knows? McCuck made a post saying he's gonna go live every Thursday starting next Thursday. Well, he's free to go at 3 p.m. People were at work at that time. What is he, an idiot or something? You don't stream that early. Who streams at 3 p.m.? People are still at work. Kids are still at school or in college. That is absolutely the worst time to stream. I stream at 5 o'clock p.m. for all my European fans, so they can actually catch the show. They ain't got to stay up until, because the show in the UK, my show actually starts at like 1 a.m. in the morning. So literally they would have to stay up until 5 a.m. in order to see the whole show. That's the only reason why I do a 5 p.m. show is for that. But McCuck is an idiot if he's going to be doing a show at 3 o'clock p.m. I mean, nobody ain't going to show up, that's for sure. I mean, that's the worst time ever. He should push it back later. Well, Scatman, skin is kind of is for the most part genetic. You've heard the saying "black don't crack." It really doesn't. So yeah, I mean, your genetics is gonna base what you're gonna get in life. Whether you're gonna get diabetes or heart disease or something like that. Genetics is king. If Sulik is growing at this rate, could you imagine Prime Barbarian? Oh, now that I think about it, they would be freaking huge. Yeah, I know. I was. You didn't see. I was there in his stream there, Vince. Vince's right hand under the table. Let me rub my balls again for you, baby. Here you go. But yeah, he did say that. I was in his stream. I was listening in. A little funk on the fingers, but anyway. But yeah, he. I mean that's how that's what he does for a living there, Vince. I mean, that's the only thing he does for a living, so he has to continue to stream. He doesn't really have a choice. It's his job. That's the one thing about my stream, and people wonder why I still run so many websites. I always want my streams to be fun. That's why I do them for fun. Even though it's gotten a lot more complex these days with reaction videos and that I've spent money on equipment and stuff like that. At the end of the day, I do my streams for fun. I don't have to do them, but I like doing them. That, and even with my website, I don't want any work that I do to get to the point to where it's just going to be a complete drag. I didn't use sunscreen this summer. I time my sun exposure instead. Scatman, if you're fair skinned, you need to use sunscreen. I mean, we got a freaking hole in the ozone layer. A lot of UV lights. You don't want to mess with them. I didn't see that guy. I didn't see where he invited me. No, I use boom, tough acting, tenactin. If I got any funk under there. So I ain't got to worry about those spunks. But here, let me give it to you one more time. Oh God. Oh, give it to me, Daddy. Ah, mm. Ah, yeah. All right, enough of that. Profile pic reminds me of The Wire. Yeah, that's an old bodybuilding. That is from that's from 2009. Even if he did it for the money, why would he be streaming at 2 a.m.? 40 people can still donate, you know. Never use headphones on this live. Troll zone, you're not supposed to smell it, you know. After you do your business, you know, you take a Kleenex, you drop it in the toilet, and you go back to work, you know, and stuff. You know, if you start smelling it, then you're a freak, you know. I mean, I don't take that. I mean, I don't make a big scene out of it or anything like that. I mean, I can make mine 10,000 if I wanted to. There's techniques in order for me to build up the channel, but I would have to pay for it. I don't feel like paying. I already pay Google enough money already. Rather than spending money on getting more viewers, which wouldn't hardly translate, I spend more money on Google advertising instead for my business websites. That's where the real money is going to come, not for having more views. Because guys, you already see how much money I actually make. I've already showed you guys how much money I make on views. And even if I doubled or tripled it, so what? What if I got if I got 10 times as much stuff money as I get every month from my channel, that's still only $300 a month. So, if I had 10 times as many viewers, which would be 30,000, and I had 10 times as much money, I would have 30,000 viewers, or subscribers, $300 a month. I'm like, come on, folks, really? I'll allocate my expenses where they're needed, you know. That's why I run websites. And also, folks, let me show you guys something. Hold on, let me put this in. Now, folks, if you really want to support me, you're going to go to vincegoodrum.com, and I'm about to show you why you want to go to vincegoodrum.com. So even if you don't donate to this channel, folks, go to vincegoodrum.com. I'm going to explain why, okay? The great one's going to explain why. Check this out. All right? Pay attention. This here is my website. You know, here's the thing. This here is a Google advertisement. This counts, by me scrolling down, folks, this counts as an impression. This here. All right? This counts as an impression. So I get 2 cents just for you to look at that. Now, if you decide to click on that, I actually get $1 for it. I get 50 cents to $1 just for clicking on this. And if you read any of the articles that I have, like, for example, Greg Doucette, this pops up. This is another Google ad. Just for looking at that, I get a penny. This is not clicking. This is just looking at it. This is a penny. If you click on close or open, if you click on that, I get $1. You know, and $1 by clicking on this is equal to 1,000 views for me. Okay? Very simple, folks. So if you want to support the channel, go and visit the website, because Google will pay me a lot more money just for you looking at the ad rather than actually playing any of my videos, you know. Yeah, it's penny gains, Pugman, whenever it comes to YouTube in terms of views, but YouTube pays a lot more whenever they click on it outside of YouTube. YouTube pays a lot more as an affiliate. Let me cut this off. They just pay a lot more. Yeah, but Scatman, did you hear me? Just for even scrolling down and even looking at it, I get what's called impressions. And Google pays me just for you to look at Red Pocket 5G. You don't even have to click on it. You just have to scroll, and I get paid. I kid you not. If you go to any of my other websites, affiliate incomes and stuff, you know, it's the same thing. I appreciate it, that guy. Like I said, you ain't got to click on anything. If you click on something, I actually get $1 or $2 for it. But just looking at it, I get a couple of pennies, you know. And the whole idea behind affiliate websites is if you drive in a certain amount of traffic and you get the impressions and stuff, you know, these websites will make, one website will make $5 or $6 a day, which may not sound like much. But, you know, you take 6 and you times it by 30, that's $180 for a website where it's automated and you ain't got to do anything, you know. What do I think of the Google certification courses? I think they're a waste of time. Looks like I missed a couple of questions here, so probably from that. Well, let's see. Will my Achilles tendon rupture if I keep lifting? Does it randomly burst? It can randomly do it, but if you're having issues with your Achilles, Pugman, you probably need to change shoes. Here's the thing, and I learned this while working at Lowe's. It's always good to change workout shoes every day. You know, wear one set of shoes one day, wear the next shoes, and that way the cushioning comes back into it, Pugman. So if you only have one set of shoes for working out, I would suggest getting 2 or 3. Especially if you're working out regularly and you're doing cardio. A lot of people, they make the mistake of just exercising in only one pair of shoes, and that's what leads to those injuries. Because if you wear the shoes for too long there, then the cushioning is going to press down, you know. It's sort of like your couch. If you sit in a certain spot every single day for a year or two, you'll notice that the cushions are actually pushed down. So it's that same principle there, Pugman. But as far as it randomly busting, yeah, it does that at random. No, I don't do reactions on this show. This is just Q&A. That could possibly change, but for me to do that, there'd be a couple things that needs to be done. Let me make sure I haven't missed anyone else's question. Already got. I was surprised how racist Adam was on you in this live. I don't care what he says. He's a nobody. He's a nobody that tries to tell everybody that he's a somebody. But, the truth of the matter is he doesn't know shit about anybody, you know. No, Vincent, Achilles tendon can happen randomly. You don't have to just be sprinting, for example. But back to that, the Google certification courses are pretty much a waste, in my opinion, because you remember you have other avenues of other than Google. You have Bing. The thing about a Google certification course, it's only going to be targeted to one thing, and that's Google. I wouldn't hire Wes Watson for traffic, Ryan. If I wanted to hire someone, I would hire the people that handle Wes Watson's traffic. Uh, I've never heard of Stumptown Coffee. I'll definitely look it up now that you mention it. Why am I trying to? I'm not trying to scam anyone. I'm just telling you guys how websites work as opposed to YouTube. I get paid more from Google from advertisements on my websites than I get paid from YouTube views. Like I said, Google pays me just for someone to even look at a Google ad. And to click on it, clicking on it is the equivalent to 1,000 or 2,000 views on my channel. You know. My question on mushrooms smacking a guy, no. I was going to ignore the question, but since you mentioned it, no. Just no. No, no, no. You should tap into McCook's and cuss him out. I ain't got time for that boy. The hell with him. I got other things to do. Well, for youngins, yes, a fresh. It still all comes down to footwear. I mean, I've had sprains before. That's just a given. But a lot of people just wear the same shoes every time they work out. And you should have different sets of shoes. And you should rotate them. Especially if you're working out regularly. If you're working out every single day, practically, whether it's cardio or weightlifting, you need more than one set of shoes. Period. Non-negotiable. I mean, age is going to always have a factor as far as to injuries. I mean, when you get older, you're going to get injured more often. That's just part of life. And all the more reason why you want to take those preventive measures from things like that happening. You can't wear spikes in the gym. But you're talking about something completely different. Clarita has a good chance of winning. Rami is now out of the show, so he's not going to be a threat at all. So with Rami being out of the show, the line's going to be open, but unless something happens to where someone messes with Hottie's visa, I don't see anyone beating Hottie at this point. But if Hottie wasn't competing, I think Clarita would have it. But good question. I don't really believe in squatting barefoot. I don't think it provides any real benefits. And in fact, it can be, quite dangerous because it gives you more of a chance to where you can drop a weight on your feet. Plus, it's quite unsanitary too. So, if you're in a regular gym. Well, Matt, I said fair skinned people. But he's slated to do the 212, but he may change his mind, actually. And I've been hearing grumblings that Clarita may actually end up doing the Open. And the reason being is because Rami has actually dropped out. So it's more tempting for Clarita to actually do an Open class, but we'll see. It's hard for me to predict the future. He may still stay in the 212 or so forth as he's originally planned, but you have to remember that you're having a former Mr. Olympia and a major person, a major contender for the title dropping out. So whenever that happens, people start looking around that you normally wouldn't see in contention. They think, maybe I might want to sneak in and try to get that title. It's a good opportunity for Clarita to possibly sneak in. So we'll see. And you have to remember what's tempting about it, that guy, is that the Open Mr. Olympia pays a lot more money than the 212. No, I don't see Derek Lunsford as winning. There's just something about him that, it doesn't jive with me, if that makes any sense. That guy, there's no such thing as a commitment. None. Plans can always change. Look at Big Ramy. Big Ramy was committed to the Mr. Olympia. Is he competing now? No! In life, there are no commitments, there are no promises, and there are no guarantees. All right? Expect the unexpected. If you get sunburn, Matt, then you need to also get some sunscreen. You do calf raises when they get heavy. I've never done heavy calf raises. I've always done them as medium. And I focused more, Pugman, on just the volume of it. Because we regularly walk on our legs and stuff. So you have to do something that's quite opposite as far as calves. But calves are also genetic as well. Generally, the muscles, for the most part, are already built up. Sort of like your abs. Abs are, I consider calves almost the same as abs. They're pretty much already built for the most part. So working them out, there's going to be very little growth enhancement in it over time, but they will get sharper at least. So, but I've never gone heavy with my calf raises. I've always gone medium to low. Just focus on that volume, getting all that blood up in those calves. That guy, first off, I didn't say that he was going to compete. I said it's a possibility that he may compete, you know. But like I said, you never know who's going to actually win. I mean, it's tempting. So, it's just one of those things. But the person that will win will be the winner. The person that will win will be the person that's announced in first place. Doesn't matter if he placed in fifth place. He's already been a Mr. Olympia. That's all that matters. Yeah, I read that this morning. I always liked the Harry Potter movies. They were so cool. The only one I went to the theaters for is the last two. The last two of them. That all the other ones I never went to the movies for. But do you ever notice how on cable, just about every channel on the weekends, at least one of them has a Harry Potter weekend to where they do nothing but Harry Potter movies all weekend long for Saturday and Sunday. I mean, it annoys the shit out of me, really. I mean, they just take a whole weekend, Saturday and Sunday, and are just lazy, and they just play Harry Potter all weekend. You notice that, folks? I mean, can't you put something else in, like good old Rifleman or Gunsmoke, Come on. Don't be lazy. Put some other shit in there. Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. Yeah, calves are generally genetic. Oh, I'm not taking a bet on any of that. I'm not taking a bet on who's going to be there whatsoever. I've just heard that Clarita is considering jumping to open just because Rami has dropped out. It's a possibility. But like I said before, in life, you gotta expect the unexpected, folks. You mean from Bone Thugs and Harmony? Really? Let me check. Crazy Bone, right? Yeah. Oh man, lung surgery. That's not good, really. I wish all the best for him. That's for sure. Oh, you're talking about my thoughts on WWE and UFC merging into. I never thought something like that could happen. To be honest with you, years ago, Dana White used to make fun of the WWE and used to say it was fake and everything. Uh, but honestly, I think they're still going to be separate entities for the most part. But I can see some collaborations taking place. But it's an end of an era. No more McMahons. Literally. Well, I'm considering doing a Mr. Olympia live stream, so we'll see. I've never met Kimbo Slice before, but he's been dead for. I think he died in like 2016 or so. He's been dead for a while. Steroids. Yeah, he died in 2016. Yeah, he's been dead for like 7 years at least. Well, I don't have a favorite during the Attitude Era because I was a WCW person. So I didn't watch any WWE at the time. My favorite person was old Booker T, of course. But I didn't watch any of the Attitude Era whatsoever. I missed most of it. What was his cause of death? Steroids. I mean, Kimbo abused steroids like crazy. If you can, yeah, heart attack by steroids. I mean, he was a freaking juice monkey. I mean, he had a heart attack and he also had a mass on his liver from all the steroids. But what killed him was, I mean, if normally I don't really say this, but but for the first time I can honestly say steroids really killed this guy. He never had an off season. He was a big juicer. Big one. Well, technically, Scott Steiner, that wasn't the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era is referring to WWE. There was no real Attitude Era in WCW. I mean, you have Stone Cold up there giving the stunner to women. You have Brock Lesnar clotheslining Molly Holly and stuff. Uh, Kimbo lost to Sean Gannon in a fight, in one of those backyard fights. By the way, Sean Gannon is dead too, so get big, stay big. That's something I'm not going to live by, that's for sure, Pug Man. I got big for the sake of bodybuilding, but once that career is over with, you got to, most people got to hang it up. Like that video I saw of Dennis Wolf. Dennis Wolf got himself shrunk down, and, the one thing you don't want to do is to try to stay big for the rest of your life. That's because it'll end up shortening it. But that was Kimbo's mentality, Pug Man. Get big and stay big. And he juiced so much. He did everything he could possibly do in order to stay big. You know. Was I a fan of Jesse Ventura? Yeah, I was a big fan. Not so much of his wrestling or anything like that, but his commentary was pretty cool. No one not everyone is talking about him on roids. He was never dude. He was a juice monkey. Trust me. He was a walking nuclear power plant. In general, for WCW during that period, now still Booker T, was one of my favorite wrestlers during that time. Still is, you know. But yeah, the Attitude Era only pertains to the WWE, and that's why they beat the WCW, because the WWE was willing to go where you generally just didn't go. So the problem with WCW is they try to keep everything for the most part kayfabe. And once the WWE went into actual sports entertainment, that's where they got the advantage, because they didn't have to go and pull punches anymore. People already knew it was entertainment. They already knew it was fake. No kayfabe anymore. If WCW gave up on kayfabe, it would have given WWE the run for its money, because they would have been able to do so much more. Eat good and sleep good. You forgot train good too. So how can I live with myself by living? Scat man, I'm still trying to figure out what a Lizzo is. I really am. I don't know what a Lizzo is. So, does anyone out here know what a Lizzo is? Tell me in the comments below. Seriously. KFAB? No, I don't date people like that. I mean, all he does is tries to go to court. He tries to take his ex. He tries to take Brittany to court just to get more money. Under the sake of his kids and everything like that. And then the worst thing that he does, in my opinion, he uses those kids against Brittany. And considering that Brittany is already so crackers, why go and make her more crackly by doing stuff like that? For Brittany, no, I wouldn't turn hetero. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Nope, no, nope, nope, nope. Speaking of Brittany, it looks like she got a home visit after the knife video. You see, this is what I don't like. You know, everyone started that Free Britney movement, but it wasn't for her sake whatsoever. It was so they can have some more entertainment because she wasn't under control. You know, they just wanted to see her act crazy again. It's kind of sad, you know. They had no interest for Britney's well being. You know, they knew good and well that once that conservatorship was gone, she would start acting all wacky again. That's social media for you. You know, when I finally took a look at Lizzo, I'm like, what? Whoa, good God Almighty. She's so big, I had to look twice. I had to look like this here. This is how I looked at Lizzo. That's how I had. That's how I was able to, you know, because you can't stare in front. You know, you have her flubber on this side and this side, so you have to make sure you turn your head, you know, in order to see all of her and everything like that. Just keeping the real and telling to you like it is, you know. Oh boy. But yeah, they did Britney a disservice. They don't care about Britney. They care about them. They care about the piss troopers more than they care about Britney. Would I put my face in what? What would I? What are you talking about? What I put my face into? What? 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 What do I need to put my face in? Scatman, you can't use VR glasses on that woman. Heck, we'll break the VR glasses. Good stuff. Ah! You mean put my face in the Lizzo? Ew. Now I've always said like Rachel Ray, you can push that gut up. There's always some good pussy inside there. Heck, you know, I'm sorry, but you need a dump truck in order to pull that thing up. You know, or one of those big giant hoisting cranes that you see on those buildings and everything like that. Ain't not, you can't push that up. You know, you can't put a stick behind that. You know, that's way too much gut. You know. And then finally, once you push the gut in, how you gonna get it in? You know, I got a big dick and everything like that, but you know, I'd have to bear hold the blubber and everything like that, and then try to squeeze it in. It ain't gonna work. You know, Lord knows I don't want to hit it from the back. You know, that's for sure. You know, when you're so big that size, you're not gonna be able to wipe your ass all too well. You know what I mean? You know, someone that fat is not going to be able to properly wipe her ass. So there's going to be, if I turn around the back, chances are there's going to be little pieces of toilet tissue and stuff, little doo doo stains and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, I'd have to get some wet wipes, you know, wipe down that stuff. You know what I mean? I don't want to go through all that work. It's just better to jerk off. Jerk the pee pee off than try to clean up some stuff. You know what I mean? It's like going into a subway bathroom, and even if you wipe it off, you're still in the damn subway. You ain't gonna shit there. But someone that fat can't wipe their ass off quite well. I mean, maybe she may put some toilet paper on the stick, but good and well that on her ass is going to be little bits and pieces and stuff. People like that, what they do is after they take a shit, they go and take a shower, because, they so fat that they can't, they got to do that. Yeah, Pug Man, you got to be big, but you can't be that big. I would never want to be so big to where I couldn't wipe my own ass there, that's for sure. And I've seen some of those people on my 600-pound life. I'm wondering, that's the first thing that goes in my head. How in the world they take shit? Hey, we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about the jabby jabby stick. They'll cut off my channel if I was to do that. Chad, I'm old school. I don't use Tinder. Oh, good question, Pugman. Let's go ahead and calculate. First off, I need to know what Lizzo's weight is. I don't know. She might be north of 500 pounds. How much does Lizzo weigh? At the start of her weight loss journey, she weighed around 308 pounds. Bullshit! 308 pounds? No, she weighs more than that. So let's go ahead and put in 405, okay? Pugman, we'll put in 405 pounds. She full of shit if she's saying she's 308 pounds. That's some fucking bullshit, But we're going to put 405 pounds, a more accurate weight. What you take this, you'll take 405, you'll times it by 10. So she'll need at least 4,050 calories in order to maintain the weight. But my guess is she's probably eating a lot more than 4,000 calories. 308 pounds and she's lost 60 pounds? Oh, bullshit. No. But yeah, it would be 4,000 calories to maintain the size if she weighed 405. And I'm saying 405. I don't believe the fact that she started around 308 pounds. No. I seen that big woman. That's more than 300 pounds, That's some Adrian Adonis shit right there. Up there. If you guys remember Adrian Adonis from WWF, he used to lie about how much he weighed in the ring. So, in any event, I wouldn't want to screw her. I was up in the supermarket and an African with an absolute dump track and the zebra plants was walking around with all. Well, you need to just move away, Let him do his thing and you do your thing, If he wants to walk around with doo doo in his pants, let him be there. Just don't get close to him because you go and try to confront him, you're going to get doo doo on you too. So, hey, Justin, what's up? She ain't dipping lobster tails. She dipping lobsters. you know. Yes, Lizzo's a woman. Kalora gave me a shout out in my YouTube in his YouTube. Oh, that's awful nice of him. I'm not subscribed to Kalora's channel or anything. You're not gay. You're not part of the Goodrum group. You're not a homosexual. Shame on you. Let me try Google again to see if I can get an accurate weight. Is Lizzo a fat fuck? Let's see what comes up. Get big. No surprise. I'm just messing. Oh, I love the honky tonk man. I seen him wrestle a bunch. Him and Jerry Lawler, because that old Memphis wrestling, they used to burn the trails in the South and everything through North Carolina, and especially mainly through also North Carolina and South Carolina. You know, because we're next door neighbors and everything. But yeah, honky tonk cool. I ain't talking about Lizzo. I was talking about a whole different random woman I saw in the store. So you were talking about another big bitch, or were you talk, or was that referring to the African? Well, my advice is still going to be the same. You know, you do you, she does her. You know. Do I know how to build project management dashboards? Yes. Why? That's an interesting question. I haven't built one since Verizon. Probably have forgotten. Oh no, I could probably still build one. Am I still on Get Big? Yep, I definitely am on Get Big. Hey Athens, what's up? Want to play the medic game? I've never heard of that. What would you rate Built by Becky on a scale of 1 to 10? You talking about Becky Lynch? No, this is actually another person. Let's take a look at her Instagram. Let's see. She doesn't look too bad, really. Mm-mm. She looks all right to me. Oh God, that music's horrible. I don't think she looks too bad, really. I think she looks pretty good. So I'd probably give it like an 8 or so. What would I rate my wrestling skills was pretty horrible whenever I was doing professional wrestling. I would say they weren't really good. They were unrefined would be the best way because I hadn't had much wrestling training. So, but as far as wrestling with other men, 10 out of 10, you know. I've had a lot of practice. Anyone know if Popeyes and who? I mean, I know they got hockey pucks in Canada, but I don't know if Popeyes in Canada has shrimp. I guess you could ask someone from Canada. Of course, this is the UK show, so all you're going to find is mostly Brits. So, Athens, this show's always been great. I just try to do my thing every single week. The exercises? Well, that's quite simple. Song sounds like she's singing. Crappy music. if you notice, you can see her lobby lob. You know, people are not really looking at her; they're looking at those legs. It's all about sex, folks. Sex sells. And when you're doing exercises like this, where you're stretching your legs and everything like that, people like that. Guys will ogle and stuff. Yeah, but Ryan, would you even come close to someone that she would be attracted to? This is where it goes back to my dressing advice, It all goes back to that. If a woman exposes all of her body to the men on the internet, what makes her so special? Nothing. But people, I mean, if someone is in social media and they depend on views or donations, I think it's going to be worth something then. Jerry Ward was not really a wrestler. Can you show us how to make a dashboard using Excel? Sure. Hold on. I think I already have one pulled up.
Down below here. So let's do. So let's do the shapes for that as well. Video will create this awesome interactive Excel dashboard in just 15 minutes. First, we'll structure the dashboard and make it dynamic. The inputs tab where we have all of the data to create the visuals. And finally, we've got the contacts tab over here.
All right, folks, I'm not going to play this whole thing. If you guys want to learn about dashboards, I learned my stuff from Kenji, actually. I watched his channel. So, learn dashboards here. But I learned all my Excel stuff from Kenji. He has some good stuff that I use for my own Excel files. There you go. You can say you're welcome. Either that or say thanks, Pugman. Either way, it's my pleasure to always teach people on getting a dashboard. But creating a dashboard in Excel is pretty easy to do. You can create one yourself or you can just get a template. I've dated 9s and 10s. She married them. Really, Ryan? So you like big pussy, and Tony Soprano's asking, hey, puss, did she really exist? I'm just messing with you. But Ryan, let me ask you this question. If you've dated 9s and 10s, why don't you tell me how you were dressed at the time you were dating those 9s and 10s? Go ahead and post down below, and and the way you dressed will be able to tell whether you're lying or not. Well, yes, Excel files are standard in Verizon. I mean, that comes with the job. I mean, I had to use Verizon templates, Chad. And this was mainly for tracking the dashboards were mainly used to track our personal sales stats and stuff like that. But yeah, we did have to use dashboards in Excel. I arranged mine a little bit different to where it's a lot easier. Well, it's autumn now, so I have to break out the sweaters. Hey Ryan, I'm waiting for you to post what will you dress like to meet these nines and tens. Put it up there down below. What were you wearing at the time you were dating these nines and tens? I'm not gonna let up off you. Tell us all how you were dressed if you were dating some nines and tens. I'm putting you on the spot, boy. Fake she was short. I'm sure he wasn't dressed like that. I'm not subscribed to his channel. I don't know, I don't have a link or anything. You'll have to send a link or something. I don't even care about this guy anyway. Fuck him, you know? I mean, did you have a pinky ring? Did you have a nice watch or anything like that, you know? Black dress pants and black Lauren dress shirt. So you were wearing a polo and black dress pants? It's kind of an odd combination. What kind of shoes were you wearing? That's a lot of black, Ryan, to wear. I mean, black's an awesome color to wear. It makes you look lean and everything like that. But you don't want to wear too much black. If you wear black pants, that's perfectly fine, but you need to have an opposite type shirt, you know, like blue for example or red in order to offset all the black. If you have a black shirt and black pants, that's a little too much, you know. Hey, let's keep this show PG. No 9 or 10-year old. What kind of shoes were you wearing, Ryan? You had a black, we got black shirt and black dress pants. What were you wearing for shoes? Oh, those are pretty good shoes. What color? What color, Ryan, were the shoes? And please don't tell me that they were black as well. If that's the case, then that's way too much black. You see, and that's the thing, folks. The problem is that if you have a black shirt, white, you had a black shirt, black pants, and then you put white. See, that's where the issue is. You should have had a red shirt, Ryan. That's way too much black, and then down below, you're gonna have some white shoes, white tassel shoes. No, that don't work. You, sorry. No. Now, if you had a red shirt on, possibly that would work, sort of. But you know, you can't wear white. You can't so much as wear loafers. You can wear. Well, no, you can't even really wear white street shoes or anything like that. I mean, if you're wearing all that, the only thing you could wear would be some black tassel loafers. You already got that much black on, you may as well finish it off, you know. But definitely not white shoes. But you know, if you bust some puss, hey, more power to you, you know. Maybe those ladies were having an off night or something. I'm just fucking with you, Ryan. But I am serious about you. You don't want to wear that much black, and you don't want to wear something. You don't want to wear all that black with white shoes. That's not going to work. Taxi suit, no socks, leather, classic shoes, Rolex. If I had a fresh cut, I don't know what a taxi suit is. I've never heard that term. You also, folks, you also don't need a Rolex neither. If you know, here's the thing: if you can afford a Rolex, get a Rolex. But if you can't afford a Rolex, get something nicer. I mean, I do pretty well, but my favorite watch still is this Movado Museum, and I bought this on sale at Sam's Club for what was it, 219 or something. And everyone loves this watch. I love this Movado Museum. It's an awesome watch. It's an awesome watch. I like it. I'll wear this and I'll wear my Orient Bambino. No need for a fancy watch, folks. You don't need to spend $5,000 for a watch, but you do need a watch, folks. Every man should wear a watch going out. It does help with the time, folks, but at the same time, I said time twice. At the same time, it shows style. Now, the pinky ring, that's a little bonus. You don't have to wear a pinky ring. But always wear a watch when you're going out, you know. Hey, I'm not gonna knock you that much there, Ryan. I'm just giving you, I'm just jerking your chain a little bit there. That's all. I mean, if it worked for you, that's fine. That particular combination, I'll be honest with you, I would not wear just because it's too much black. And then with the black shirt and black pants, you should have just worn black shoes with it. You should have just finished the whole thing off. I definitely wouldn't have worn any white shoes. I had a yellow shirt and a brown corded trousers with some hip black sandals. Well, you were doing okay until you mentioned sandals. Vince likes to date men with diamond rings, and I don't like shiny stuff, to be honest with you. Not the top. Well, even a Rolex, even a cheaper Rolex is still going to run you thousands of dollars. And if you don't got that kind of money, there's better money that can be spent on other things than a Rolex. And the reason why I say that, I'm not knocking Rolex. Rolex is an awesome watch. I just see people wearing it and they don't have that. So they don't have that financial stability to where they should be wearing something like that. I'm dead serious. There's a lot of people walking around with Rolexes that should not be walking around with Rolexes. You know, they need to go and take that back or sell it and put it to the things that they actually need. You know what I mean? I saw someone the other day. I saw someone last week at a where was I at? It was some sort of bar, and that guy was wearing a Rolex, but he was wearing Members Mark pants along with it. And just by the way he talked and his mannerisms and the way he was generally dressed, the Rolex did not go with what he had. He definitely wasn't in that social status. But that's the thing about Rolex and Felipe stuff. Felipe, Constantine watches and stuff like that. if you're well off, then yes, you can wear one of those. But a lot of people that I see wearing them, they have no business wearing them. And Air King, oh God, them little tiny watches. Yeah. I mean, no matter how much money I get, I'll never wear a Rolex. I can't see myself spending. The most I've ever spent on a watch is about $300, and I don't even wear that watch anymore. That's the most I've ever spent on a watch. I don't, and if I was gonna buy a watch now, I wouldn't spend any more than maybe $200 for a watch at this point. And that's just my attitude about it because I feel that my money can be used for a lot better things. I mean, Bill Gates, he wears a $35 Casio watch. So, what pants should you be wearing? Well, first off, you got to get rid of the sandals. Okay. The best pants to wear if you're going out and you're going to be casual is some dark blue jeans. Straight leg. Just some dark blue jeans to start out with. As your base. The benefit of that is you could practically wear any color shirt except for white. You know, you can wear a green shirt. You can wear a red shirt. You can wear a blue shirt. I wouldn't go with something so loud or anything. So let's just take a green shirt with the blue jeans. And then simply put on some brown loafers or regular shoes and you're set. It's nice, it's casual, it's fun. But if you can't ever decide on pants, always get dark blue jeans as far as being casual is concerned. All right, folks, we got 30 minutes left. Get your questions in. If you want to put in a donation, you can do that as well. Oh wow, it's been like a week. I know I didn't get any donations. Did I get any No, I didn't even get any donations Tuesday, but oh well. If y'all want to put any donations in, you can do that, but get your questions in. We got 30 minutes left in the show. But yeah, as far as pants are concerned, I always would say for someone that's starting out, dark blue navy jeans. Can't say it. Pull my mom. Okay. Do I like Chipotle? I hate Chipotle. It's overpriced garbage. Yeah, watch is a jewelry item at this point in time. Gray sweatpants. You should only wear gray sweatpants in the gym. I sent you a message on the gram. All right, Ryan, let's see what we got here. See, now this looks a lot better. Okay? You got the horse bitch, okay, that one looks fine. That's good there, Ryan. But those ain't white. But you told me you had a black shirt, black pants. Let me show you guys this here, folks. This works. This is what you should be dressed like, folks. This is proper good. This is good attire. Now that's called dressing there. Family reunion? Okay, it doesn't matter. That's good right there, Ryan. That's how you're supposed to dress, folks. That's a good example right there. Alternatively, you could have some regular black tassels there if you didn't want to spend. Uh, those did look like Gucci's. If you didn't want to spend like, I think those are like $600 or $700. If you didn't want to spend that, you know, you can get some Cole Haan tassel loafers. Those work as well, but that's much better, Ryan. I'd say 9 out of 10. The only thing I don't go for is just the horsebit loafers are fine. I just wouldn't spend 600 and some dollars. That's just me. Everything's good. You know, you got everything matched up. So yeah. Scatman, if it was a funeral, he'd be wearing all black. Folks, if you go to a funeral, wear all black. That's the only time you should wear all black, is at a funeral. Unless designated otherwise. If I know some people that do go to, you know, some people who pass away, they write in their will that they want it to be light and airy and stuff. They want to have clowns and so forth. Uh, they want a magic show and everything like that, you know. So, but for the most part, if they're, you know, your standard bear for going to a funeral is wearing all black. Don't be a dickhead and wear all white unless they tell you to. And believe me, I've seen that happen before. Assholes. Wearing a red tie at someone's wedding means you. Scatman, I've never heard that before. Never. I have never heard that before. I wouldn't even wear a red tie at a wedding. I would wear a black bow tie. That's just me. Yeah, I know because I was moving around a bunch. It'll clear itself up in just a minute. Once it goes back into autofocus. Part of what also happens really is my glasses will reflect off of the camera and it'll throw it out of focus. So I got to take my glasses off so then it gets back into focus. No cigar tonight? Maybe later. I don't smoke on my Q&As. In fact, speaking of which, who is playing tonight anyway? Let's take a look and see. Yeah, usually I don't have a cigar at this time. Let's see. Oh, Lions and Packers. Not something I'm really looking to. I'm not enthusiastic about either one of these teams. So I may just head out tonight and do something. Although I do have this slight cold, but usually I get colds like this whenever the weather starts changing. So usually when the weather changes and it starts getting cooler, I do get a cold sometimes. Well, yes, we know Jay is rooting for the Lions. Crazy money if the Lions win the Super Bowl. They're not going to win the Super Bowl. That I can tell you right now. Unfortunately, they're not going to win the Super Bowl. But I think they have a pretty decent team. The Dolphins, they're looking awesome. I mean, they blew out like 70-20. They went and man, Broncos got fucking destroyed. I mean, you go and get 70 points. I mean, usually the coach will hang it up after a certain amount of points, but he just kept going and going. I'm like an Energizer bunny. He must wanted to get some payback for something. Obviously, he was pissed off at him for something. I don't know what it was, but it had to be something. Just saying. But yeah, I can definitely see the Dolphins in contention. Chiefs and Eagles are always going to be in contention. I don't think the Bengals are going to do well. I don't think the Bengals will do well this year. Joe Burrow needs a little bit more practice. Quit trying to show off. Well, let's see what the temperatures are going to be tonight. It's 76 right. Oh my god, it's going to really drop down. No wonder I'm getting sick. Meow Man roots for them. But who's going to watch the game tonight anyway? I'm not going to really tune in because those two teams are definitely not one of my favorites. So, like I said, I'm probably just going to head out or something. Summer was pretty hot. It was definitely hot around here, that's for sure. So I'm definitely glad the weather is cooling off. So in between this time and when it starts really getting cold, it's a good time to be outside and be on. Now usually the bar that I goes to, which is DT's Tavern, they have a really cool outdoors to where at this time I would be sitting out there enjoying the weather. It's especially good during the summertime whenever things cool down at night to be. You definitely can't be indoors. You want to be outdoors. So I only have a couple more weeks of this type of weather before it gets cold to where it won't be cool just to hang outside. So yeah. The only downside of the weather changing is it gets me sick all the time. Because my body can't adjust to it. That's the only thing I hate. Other than that, everything's hunky dory. Yes, indeed. Yeah, yeah, I'm from Asheville, so yeah, it's gonna start getting really cold because of that elevation. No, I'm from Asheville. I'm in Greenville. I moved. I haven't lived in Asheville in since '98 actually. So it's been like 25 years at least since I've lived in Asheville. Ooh. Yeah, I can definitely remember those days. See, I got the air conditioning on, folks, so. But I'm just going to hang loose. Because we only got like 14 minutes left, so get your comments in. If you want to put any donations in, you can. Speaking of which, I wonder how crazy it would get if Richard, my cousin, didn't get any donations for like 2 days. I mean, you guys, if you ever tuned into his channel before, remember how crazy he got when he only got like a few donations in an hour and then he just cut off his live stream because he wasn't getting enough donations? Could you imagine him not getting one donation for like 2 days or so, or for 3 days? Or even for an entire stream? I mean, he went ballistic when he only got 3 donations in an hour. But anyway, let's get some music playing anyway. Of course, before we do that, let's go ahead and get the soul poured in. Yes, indeed. Let's get some music, folks. Yeah. Why did I move from my hometown? No jobs. And Asheville was becoming a shithole anyway. I mean, if you've been to Asheville and lately, you see what it looks like. Oh, he would go nuts. Literally. A lot of orders came in just now. That's not the one I'm looking for. But yeah, when it comes Asheville was never really great to begin with. There was a smidgen of hippies and stuff. Now the whole town is taken over by hippies. Prices are so high. As far as my apartment that I rented in Asheville for $250 a month goes for, I think the last time I checked, now it's like $2,700 a month. It's just insane. I can't afford to live in Asheville, and I wouldn't want to be living out around those smelly hippies anyway. Yes! Sorry, folks. I was trying to get the last jar of mustard order in. And I got it in before everybody else got it. So I'm doing good tonight. But folks, this is why it's important not to keep all your eggs in one basket. I certainly hope Richard realizes that he can't continue. He needs to do some other things other than just live stream. And I've tried to tell my cousin that, you know. When you try to be dependent on one type of income, that's when you really get messed up. Because what happens if that income disappears? And Richard has actually had his channel banned before, so that's where his income stopped completely. Uganda and I will never go to Uganda. Fuck that place. Fuck them niggas. Especially those laws they passed. Those things are just horrible. They ought to be ashamed of themselves too. I never went the Morningside. I went to St. Paul's Baptist Church. Ugandan travel. Ugh. You people. That's not base. That's just protecting the sanctity of my life. I mean, they're given the death penalty for being gay. Amongst other things. I mean, those people are crazy. Alright, folks, 7 minutes left. Get your questions in. Want to put money in a donation pot? You can do that too. But we're going to close it out in 7 minutes. I'm going to get some work done. And then I'm going to probably decide what I'm going to do tonight. Because Lord knows, I'm not watching that game. I really am not. Worth what? Going to Uganda? Nah, fuck that. Those are the type of people that I would slap across the face with my John Holmes while sipping Hennessy, you know? I mean, they're a bunch of animals, if you ask me. They're just animals. But this is an example, folks. Just because they're the same skin tone as me doesn't mean I'm supposed to go on with what they're doing. I mean, like I said, none of you folks go and claim white people, you know, and stuff. You don't claim every white person as your own. And that's a problem. That's one of the issues with the my brothers and sisters. You know, it's like we gotta almost claim every black person, you know. Nowadays, someone goes and gets arrested, we treat the nigga like he's Nelson Mandela or some shit, you know, or Martin Luther King. Got news for you. A criminal is a criminal. There's no color in being a criminal whatsoever. All criminals must be treated the same, you know. They should be punished for their actions, you know. No, I was actually considering spending half of my time down in Mexico and half of my time here in the United States. Well, Ice Monkey, that depends specifically on two things: where you're moving and your reason. You have to have at least, at the minimum, a good reason to move. I've not been anywhere in Africa, and I will not go to Africa. I mean, look how they treat people. Well, the place I was looking at was Los Herreros. Because that place is expanding a bunch. Nice and quiet, bunch of expats and stuff. But I gotta still talk to a couple people. It's not written in stone. You know, when you move to another country, that takes a lot of planning. So it's something that's definitely got to be taken very seriously. Vince, I don't know what you're talking about. Guadalajara. I wouldn't move to Guadalajara. A little expensive. See, those are spots that you're mentioning. You know, the space is already taken up for them. What I'm looking for specifically is a good deal. I'm looking for expanded areas in Mexico. If I was going to move there. That's not written in stone, folks. Duty Aunt Jackie. I wouldn't say too poor and uncivilized. It's just too crowded. Like I said before, it's if you're gonna move to Mexico, make sure that you get a good deal, and that's by getting into one of those expanding areas. And also make sure there's gonna be expats too. It's not that it's poor. It's like Chicago. I'm sure Chicago was a great city once upon a time, as well as New York. But then when all the slobs and the urban people and the, well, we won't say that word, but you know what I'm talking about, when those people started moving in, that's when the place turned to shit, you know? Just keeping it real and telling it to you like it is. The plan right now is to look at Los Herreros. And I may check out a couple other places. I'm not even thinking about Guadalajara whatsoever. But folks, it is midnight European time, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And that is the end of the Midnight Run UK. I want to thank everyone for joining me, hanging out, having a little fun. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for the Midnight Run, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Try to do something tonight, folks. Remember, life is short. Our life is nothing more in comparison to everyone else's, just a grain in the sands of time, everybody. So just enjoy yourself. Don't make a big deal out of everything. Don't make a big deal out of it, Spider. You know, take him to Ben Casey. I'm just messing. But that's it for the show, folks, for real. But as always, peace and soul.